Hello everyone, a very good morning. Myself Nagafan of Aeronautical Engineering, first year. So today I'm here to present my tech talk on topic of number guessing game in Python. So let's get started. Building a number uh, in a guessing game in which the user selects a range. Let's say a range is between A to B, and A and B belong to an integer. Some random integer will be selected by the system A and B. Some random number will be selected between A and B belong to some integer. Some random integer will be selected by the system automatically itself, and the user has to guess that integer in the minimum number of guesses so that he will be good at this game. So here's my first explanation. So if the user input range is between 1 to 100, 1 to 100, and the compiler randomly selected some range of 42. Now the game started. So the one who is playing the game has to guess this number 42, which is in between 1 to 100 in very minimum guesses. So now, and now the game started. So your user entered the exactly half value of between 1 to 100 in his first second, which is 50. As he entered 50, it will show that the compiler shows try again. Your guess is too high because 42 is more than 50. So our compiler will show that it is the guess is more than the guess is more high. That's mean the random number, which I mean is 22, doesn't fall in the range from 50 to 100. The importance of guessing of our range. So after 50 to 100 is useless of considering and any giving a next guess to a number which is more than 50 or less than 100 is useless. So that our person who is playing the game got to know that my number is less than 50 itself. Now the user guesses half of 50. So half of 50 is 25. The user enters 25 as a second guess. So now we have 25 was the second guess. Now it will show that the number is too low because 25 is less than 40. Now the compiler will show try again, your guess is too small. That means the integer is less than 25. So it means that 1 to 25 are also useless of counting or to be guessed. Now the range is getting shorter by shorter as his guesses are increasing. So now he got a final range from 25 to 50. 25 to 50. Intelligently, the user guessed half of its range. Half of its range. So that user guessed 37 and his or her third guess. At this time, again for the compiler shows the output. Try again, cause the guess 37 was also less than 42. So obviously, compiler will show it's too small. For the user guessing range is getting shorter by shorter in each guess. Yes. Now, the guessing range for user is between 37 to 50 because he tried these both values and these were his boundaries till now for these guesses. Now, the user guessed exactly half of these two values, which was 43 in his fourth guess. And this time, compiler will show an output that try again, you guess too high. So, the number guess range for the user will be from 37 to 43. 37 to 43 is the range now after his fourth guess. So again for the guess, which user guess a half of this range, that is 40. The 37 to 43, the twin number is 40. So he guesses 40 in his fifth guess. So this time compiler shows that output try again. You guess too small, you guess too small because 40 is smaller than 42. So it will show us that 40 is smaller, of course. So that is less than 42. So now user got to know that the range is from 40 to 43 only. Now, and now the user guessed 41 as his sixth guess, which was wrong and shows output try again. And at last, he was left with only one number, which is 42. And finally, the user guessed number right. in his seventh attempt. 41 was sixth attempt and 42 was his seventh attempt. So the total number of guesses is equals to 7. This is finding a one method. And the next method is the user inputs range from 1 to 50. Okay, let's compile a randomly selected number is 42. From 1 to 50 also range, compile a number selected 42. And now guessing the game started so that half of 50 is 25. So the user gave 25 as first guess. This time, compiler will show try again because too small. That's mean the numbers below 21, 25, which are from 1 to 25, are useless of guessing also. Now, if the range of users is getting shorter, that is from 25 to 50. Intelligently, the user gave half of its range, that is, user guessed the number as 37, as is second guess only. She got here 37 in very fast way. So 37 was second guess. So compare shows the output, try again, you guess too small. For the user, the guessing range is getting smaller by smaller by each guess. Now, guessing range of the user is from 37 to 50. 37 to 50, for which the user guessed again exactly some middle value of 37 and 50, and that was 43. So the compiler will show that output try again, you guess too high. So 43 also is greater than 42. So compiler obviously shows it's too high only. So that we can now the guessing range for user will be only from 37 to 43. So again he will guess the half of its range, which is 40 in his fourth guess. So this time the compiler shows that output try again, you guess too small. So 40 is smaller than 43, so it shows that too small. So now user gets to know that his number is between 40 to 43. Now he guesses a value as 41 in fifth attempt. Compiler shows again it's too small. And finally, in sixth attempt, he enters 42. And the user gets the right number, which is 42 as sixth attempt. So here the total number of guesses are equal to 6. So the minimum number of guesses depends upon range. And the compiler must calculate the minimum number of guessing depends upon the range on its own. For this, we have a formula. Minimum number of guesses is equals to log of upper boundary minus lower boundary plus 1. It will give us the minimum number of guesses. So algorithm. User inputs the lower bound and upper bound of the range. The compiler generates a random integer between range and stored in the variable for the further references. For repetitive guessing, a value will be initialized. Yes. If user gets a number which is greater than randomly selected number, the user gets an output. Try again, you guess too high. Even if the number is only one digit, one number more than the guess number, the random number, the system will show it too high only because it's greater, and we give a program to guess this as too high, so it will show that only. Else, if the user gets a number which is smaller than a randomly selected number, the user gets an output of try again. You guess too small. So if even a number which is less than 1 also it again shows the same, it is too small. And if the user gets in a minimum number of guesses, user gets A and a congratulations output. Else, if user did not guess the integer in the minimum number of guesses, he or she will get better luck next time as an output. So here is the code for our game. Import random, so that n is given as random of range 1 to 10. N is given as a range of random 1 to 10. Guess into of input any first number. Guessing of first number. Given is an integer is given all here because it's integer format. So it's given as integer. First it will ask to enter a number. While n is not equal to guess, it will go again here. If guess is less than n, it will print that too low. Again, next it will come to the next line, guess, int of input, guess number again, because the upper loop didn't work, so it's come to next one. So again, the number is guessed. So else if guess is greater than n, then it will print too high. Or else guess is int of input of enter number again. If the upper case didn't satisfy, it will go to the next line. So again, else break. At last, If you guess the number right, print, you guessed it right. That's it. This is our simple code. So here we gave a range of 1 to 10 and we asked it to select. So we'll give an output of 87. Okay, first, so we will enter first number as 87. It will show us too high because it's not in our range itself. And now number is again 23. It is also not in range, so it will show too high. The number again I entered was 8. So 8 was the randomly selected number by the PC also. So it gave me the output of, you guessed it right. That's it. So this is my presentation for today. Thank you.